hit in the back.
Yeah.
What are you doing having your back to the field? As a fan, you should always be watching the field, no?
Or wear gloves, especially. You know.
Yeah, when you
that's a landing zone.
Yeah, I don't get it. When you purchase a seat in the outfield, I thought that's what you're looking forward to, is having a home run ball hit your way.
Yeah.
And when someone actually hit one to you, you show your back to it.
That's a souvenir giveaway.
Yeah, that makes no sense to me. And now we get to see the home run dance by the Uni Lions players.
All right, here we go. And that's very good slam that his teammates is shouting, give the ball to Zijie. And actually, there is a basketball player, the star player, named Lin Zijie. It's Sam's first name. And people always say, hey, give the ball to Zijie. He can shoot. And Keith always compared him to Ray Odonius as a Mets fan.
Yes, Mets fan, or as a former Cubs employee, or a Darwin Barney type of guy.
Darwin Barney, yes, exactly. And Darwin Barney actually former Gold Glover.
He's a second baseman.
I remember he is from Hawaii, right?
He's from Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah, but he's update on the little girl that got hit by a foul ball a few innings ago. She's back in from where I'm watching. She's back in her seat. And she's got a little bag of ice on her knee, and it looked like the league gave her a nice little glove so she can protect herself. So looked like she's okay, and that's definitely a good sight.
Did she get the ball?
No, the ball was unfortunately the ball was taken by a father-son combo that was sitting right next to them.
Come on, give the ball to her.
Well, I'm sure the league will give him some kind of compensation. The pitcher Lin Weizhi, fans already joked about he being one of the twin tower in this Lions bullpen.
Because of his size?
Yes. So it's him and their setup guy, Huang Junyan. Both of them are pretty tall.
Speaking of towers, have you ever been to the top of Taipei 101?
No, I haven't. Last year I had a chance to visit Taipei 101, and I went to the booth where you can purchase a ticket to go up there. But
and you gave up?
Yeah, I didn't want to go.
Why?
I don't know. They told a little bit more.
The way?
I just didn't want to spend the money. Is it worth it going up there? Have you been up there?
Yeah, twice, but not their own. I actually, there's a friend's visit Taipei, so.
Well, there you go. I mean,
I made a decision. I won't spend my own money.
Exactly. That's my point. You know, like, as a guy that's living in Taiwan, you know, like, sometimes we take things for granted. You know, like.
When you live in New York, did you go up to Empire State Building?
No, because I was living in New York. I wasn't visiting New York. If I have a friend, if you would come and visit me in New York, I will take you up there.
All right.
Like, you see what my point is? Oh boy.
Oh boy, this one's going to the New York. And gone. Second home run tonight by Chen Chengwei.
So anyway, the point I was making that is, you know, when you're living in a place and there's some tourist spot, you usually don't make an effort to go to that spot. You know, usually you will go when you have a friend that's visiting you, and then you take him there, and then you kind of go there. And you know, when I was in Taipei,
about the tourist spot, if you have time in Tainan, where is your go-to place?
Depends what you're looking for. Like we always talk about the night markets and all that. Last year, I had a friend visiting me here in Tainan. So I was doing some research on where I can take my friends, and we ended up going to the place named Chigu. That's on the shore. That's on the seashore of Taiwan, and there's a spot where you cost you like 300 NT, so it's like $10 US, and they'll take you on this nice little raft ride. They'll take you out on the shore. And then they'll show you where they plant their oysters. and then when you come back, it's all you can eat oysters. So it's pretty cool.
So compared to oyster, did you like shrimp fishing or oyster?
I like I like both, but I like the oyster just for the fact that I don't have to catch it myself. Because you're doing the broadcast this year, you seem to spend some time in Thailand. What is your go-to spot in Thailand?
Go-to spot?
During the daytime before the game.
Daytime?
Oh yeah, I mean.
No, daytime I just do research, homework.
Good.
But after the game, I went to craft beer bars.
Cool.
You know, I collect all the craft beers locally or in the States. You know, when I visit the place new, the first thing I'm looking for is craft beer. For me, it's like collection.
Right.
I want to try new things, new beer, and that's kind of my hobby.
That's cool.
Respondent in the States. I travel all the 30 ballparks in the States in one trip in 54 days.
Yeah, that's quite a feat. I don't think I've been to half of the major league stadiums yet.
You should try.
Yeah.
But your wife won't allow you to do it.
She might. I mean, if we just had to play some extra activity while we travel. We just can't focus on just baseball.
How to compare Tainan to the city in the States?
Oh, I had a few innings to think this over, and I think the Tainan city itself reminds me a lot of Philadelphia. Both very historic.
Yeah.
In Thailand, is pretty much everything start happening in Taiwan. So if you tour Tainan, you'll see a lot of historic sites, and there's definitely a lot of stuff to see. You know, you can see the history of it, and also the people. People in Thailand they're very heartwarming. They're very nice. So it certainly fits a bill, kind of the city of brotherly love. So if you want to compare, if you want me to compare Thailand to a city in the States, you know, Philadelphia would be the city that comes to my mind.
And Phillies have cheesesteak.
Yes.
One of my favorite American food.
Wang is not very consistent. His nickname is Dice. So every time he starts, and the fans joke about, he's like rolling the dice.
Well, he's inconsistent from game to game, but if you look at him season to season, he's actually the most consistent pitcher.
Yeah, that's like a rolling dice, right?
Right, but I mean, you know, obviously he's got his bad games throughout the course of the season. But if you look at the whole season, he almost always give you 100+ innings, and with that 4 ERA. Well, usually in Thailand, when the brothers visit, usually it's a 50-50 split between the brothers and Lions fan. However, this being a brothers clincher, I think we're looking at a 70-30 or even an 80-20 split with brothers fan.